ideally, we want the sill flush with the inside stop of the folding sill.
Yes.
And the interior floor, right?
Yes.
So there's a difference in height. Do we just put some shims or a packer in there?
You could do either or on this one.
Okay. It's just raising that sill up so
yeah,
it flushes
just get
out.
in so it's all
Okay.
flush.
So we actually have some drawings on this. It's about a 1/4 inch, I believe.
Yes.
Yep. So we'll put these in. You can pack it out with a 1/4 inch packer or put 1/4 inch shims in there. How are we going to attach it to the frame? There's multiple ways we can do it.
Yeah, so there's multiple ways to do this. Once we drop this in, you can either screw it down to the actual system itself. Which,
so you come in here.
So yeah, you would come in here. On the top, you would come up above where the plates would go.
So inside the frame.
Inside the frame,
Okay.
so that way you don't see any of that when you put those cover plates on.
Okay.
And then you can also do it on the bottom too.
Yep. And then method B.
Method B would be there is L brackets that you could put on.
Okay. Do they come with the screen?
Now those do come with the screen.
Okay. So maybe we use those today.
I would say we can use
Okay.
those ones.
I also have seen these installed with VHB, a very high bond double-sided tape.
That would work also.
Okay, because there's no weight to it.
No.
Right? Okay.
The best way, if you're going to use
Yeah.
VHB tape, I would only use that if this is a full aluminum type system, just so
Okay.
you know it's strong. It's
Sure.
being against wood, that's kind of,
Okay. You're better off screwing it in. or
yeah,
using
so
the
that way you know
brackets.
it's
All right.
secure and everything.
We've got our shims or our packers in there to raise it up. Shall we?
So I say let's put her in.
Yep.
And let's actually put her in and let's make sure that we can use those brackets.
Okay.
And if not, then we know what the next step could be if it comes to that.
Okay. Now, I just wanted to chat real quick about this framing condition one more time. To minimize the sight lines between the screen and the folding system,
Right.
and the slider for that matter, we want it flush here. So we don't want it protruding into the opening. So by design, we've actually integrated this screen into our door frame. So the rough opening, to enable us to do that, it actually requires the rough opening based on the screen. So you'll notice that there's a step in this sill pan because the screen sits a little bit further out and has a larger outside dimension.
Well, it makes sense. You're going to spend all that money for the door. You want to grab every square inch of opening it gives.
Yep,
I'm
exactly.
with you. I'm with you.
So it's a cleaner aesthetic. So yeah, that's just that little detail there. We actually, the rough opening is for the screen, and then we just build in the rough opening for the door system itself.
Pick up.
1, 2, 3.
Bottom in first, right?
Bottom in first.
Just like the door, do you do a reveal check left and right? Like from the framing?
Yeah, so I kind of go off of where your jam stop is.
Yeah.
Kind of split your difference to get it nice and flush.
So I've got, I was thinking on the outside, I got a 1/4 inch.
I need to come my way just a tad. I'd say maybe around, how's that work for you?
I think it works great.
So you got your L brackets in there. There's flat ones, and this is more for,
Depending on the framing condition, there's multiple
Yeah.
brackets here that we can use.
yeah,
Obviously, if the frame was flush with the interior framing,
we'd use the flat ones.
or they've got these L brackets that actually. So how does that work? Do you put double-sided tape here?
Yeah, and we also provided that in
that's
that
it there?
bag.
Okay.
And it's just these little strips here that we actually put in there, and this will actually stick to this side of the L bracket, and this side actually will stick to the jam.
Like that.
Yes, sir.
So
Okay.
be careful where you put it because it's not going to come off once you do it. Mm-hmm. Right.
And then they've got multiple
And
holes.
then we put multiple holes, that way we make sure
Yeah.
it'll reach your stud.
Sure. Just before we put them on, we actually supply screws.
Yes, we supply the screws.
Great.
We also supply the bit for it. We
Yep.
used a
So the
star bit for these ones.
Star drive.
And then this piece here is actually just for in time, like a service call or something. If you ever have to take those plates off,
Yep.
this is the tool to get them off.
That's a cool little tool. Just pops it off.
Just pops it right off.
Okay, without damaging the cover plate.
Yes.
All right.
So save that.
So save that.
Save this.
Put it in
or
a
give
safe
this
spot.
to the homeowner with the manual.
Yes.
Got it.
All right.
Do
well,
not lose.
I've applied the tape to the back of the bracket. Peel the red part off so that becomes sticky, right?
Stick
And
that
then-
to the screen.
So we'll put one up high and one down low.
One down low.
There's no real exact measurement, but as long as you get. So
We'll go a little more if we can.
a little more, a little higher to the top.
Get to here, and it'll just
push that
stick
in.
just like that.
Okay. And then you pop
And
a couple of screws in.
There's one. Okay. Stick it right on there is fine.
And then, is there, Lee? Do you stress anything since this usually goes with the door? You can count on it being plumb and level, so
Exactly.
you don't really need to worry too much about
Not
this.
so much. Not so much.
As long as it jives with the door, you're
Yep.
good.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly. So 2 more on the top and 2 on the other side, and we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just need to make sure that that screen header doesn't sag below the folding door frame. It should flush out, which it is.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Now what?
Now we go ahead and get her tensioned. So we're gonna start with these springs. This is what does all the tension that runs this screen. And we actually make a mark of where it should be at. So we'll go ahead and tension this. Now when you are tensioning these springs, you need to be very careful.
Right.
Definitely hold it with your 2 hands, just in
Right.
case if it slips, because this thing will go.
Yeah.
So it's very critical to be very careful when you do these. So we're gonna run this through.
So let me ask you something. Why have so many knobs? Is it for different screens for different lengths?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so there's, for all different lengths, that's how we do these ones.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we're gonna get this one in here.
Do you want help?
Yeah, can you grab it to the white?
Yep. Is it like the P?
Yes. And you'll hook it right up in there.
This is not easy. There we go.
Make sure it's locked in, which it is. Okay, we can release it. There's one. We're gonna do the exact same thing to the top one.
Okay.
And then from there, we'll go ahead and start taking all the L clip off, taking this off, and then we're gonna run the screen and see where we need some adjustments.
Okay, so we're gonna do a P and a B. Is that right? Will that go the opposite or the same way?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I take this off?
Yeah, you can take that off. That just kind of holds the spring.
Okay. So it's a B.
It's a B now. Instead of a P, it's a B now.
Okay, so just like that?
Just like that.
And it's a hook. So
It's a hook, so it hooks in there, and that's the most important thing, to make sure you got it in that hook.
Yep.
And then we can release this. Okay, so
That's
now
it?
that tensions the screen.
So we're loaded.
We are loaded.
Okay.
I noticed these cables here
And
are
yeah.
now tight.
Yeah, so it's pretty much tight.
Okay, so and then they just kind of tuck under.
Yeah, so they will stay in this track here.
Okay.
The tops will be ends up there. This is a single screen, so this one's pretty easy. Alrighty, so we can go ahead and take these off,
Okay.
and then I will take the L off, the L clip off,
Yeah.
and then we can go ahead and take this off too.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'll take these off, these clip on.
So the shipping clips,
The shipping clips.
do you keep them or just throw them away?
You can throw these away, you don't need these. And we'll take this L clip off here, and it actually just tells you here that before you even operate this screen, you want to take this off first, which is this piece here, before you do anything. And that basically just keeps the screen together, the cables.
Yeah.
And now that we got the springs already tensioned, the plastic is all off.
He's like, wait, come on. Joe, you're like milking the moment, buddy.
We're gonna show how this thing works. As I can see now, it's gonna probably need a little bit of adjustment. And that's gonna be the top screw up above, and I will show that. But for now, I wanna see how this guy runs.
Awesome.
And when we put these cover plates on this side, being that this is a single swing screen, this cover plate actually has a magnet strip that's on this inside. So when this door actually comes to it, it will automatically magnetic it, which we will show that also.
Got it. Lee, I know you're a pro. You can tell immediately you needed to adjust it. Why? Because it was out of level a little bit?
Yeah, on that side over there, I can kind of see that the top was kind of kicked more to the jam and the bottom was kind of out a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of...
But this is kind of staying, though, still.
Yeah, it always stays. So
Yeah.
it's not a retractable screen.
Thank God.
It just pulls out and stops wherever you pull it out to.
Nice.
So Joe, when you adjust it, what are you actually adjusting? Are you adjusting the cables, or are you adjusting the handlebar that you're pulling?
Yeah, so it's going to actually adjust the handlebar, and it does adjust the cables.
Yeah.
You will see the spring kind of tension itself.
Okay.
Where it's got to go.
Okay.
It's a Phillips screwdriver. That's all you need. So your adjustment is at the top. There's only one adjustment on this thing. There's nothing at the bottom, and then of course your tensioning is here. This one I need to adjust it out a little bit.
So Joe, to be clear, what you're trying to do is have this reveal here even all the way down to the bottom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, which we just did right now. And we'll bring it over here.
I actually like that it stays when you stop pulling it.
Yeah.
Because you start dealing with springs and stuff, you get all freaked out.
Next
Very
step
good.
will just be the cover plates.
So the one with the magnet goes opposite the screen.
Yeah, and if this was a meeting screen,
Yep.
and it had one exactly like that, it doesn't matter if from left to right, because they're both cut.
So if you had a screen on either side and
on
they
each
met in
side.
the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wouldn't matter which side that one went on.
Okay.
So when you put this one on,
Yeah.
you want to bring it in an angle,
Okay.
just so we can fit it inside here.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go up first,
So this part is cut the same length as the head component.
head component.
Okay.
And the sill track will be the same.
Yep.
And then I'm going to try to bring it in. Now there is grooves that are inside there that,
Yeah,
that
so
kind
it's
of
like
locks in place.
It's like a clip, right?
Yeah, it's like a clip. And then here's where I'll lock it in place.
He's locking that thing.
So that just locked in there. And you just continue. Perfect. All right, now we got the head track in. And that's basically, it just covers all those cables so you don't see any of that.
Or
And then
they
it'll
don't get damaged.
don't get damaged, and then it keeps the screen on the top intact because this runs on the top, just like the systems run on the top. It's all top hung. Well, the screen is the exact same way. It's top hung also.
Yeah, and I saw the pulley that went past.
Yes.
So, and then that's where you put those caps to cover it during construction.
You'll put the caps on.
Got it.
And really, all you need to do is if you do that in construction, you only need to put it on the bottom, because once it's on the bottom, they can't move it.
Got it.
Okay, so now we got the top on.
Yep.
Now we're going to do the bottom.
Yeah.
So just like the top, the brush is going to face towards the other brush.
Yep.
To the inside.
Yep.
So now we'll get her in there. We'll have your side go up so I can get past here. And now you can go down. And then again, we wanted to get it flush. And it just kind of locks in. This one, you don't need to use the block. You just use the mallet
Okay.
to lock it in. Okay?
There we go.
There she is. So a little bit of patience. There you go. Just like that. And you're in.
Yeah, that's snapped. That snapped in nice.
Of course, this goes to the inside part on this side.
Yep.
There is a groove that is here. That's going to lock in here.
Okay.
And then there's a groove on this side.
Nuts.
And that's going to lock in here.
Copy.
So with this one, you don't really want to tap it too hard because it'll go too far in.
Okay. So this is delicate.
Yes. So you want to get it started.
I almost choked on a peanut.
Place. You may have to kind of bend it just a little bit
Yeah.
to get it there.
Can you hear me?
You kind of want to get this end started like that. And it should just really.
There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go.
It's going.
There.
Usually kind of falls into place.
Yeah.
There's that one. All right, so this one's a little bit more tricky. So what you want to do is you probably actually want to bring the screen out just a little bit, just so you have a little room.
So you're free of this,
So
okay?
you're free of this. And then you will actually kind of have to bend it a little bit, just kind of like how we did with that one over there.
Uh-huh.
Good. Well, there you go. Same thing, just hold that for me. Again, you don't have to really hit it too far. Okay?
All right. Love it. Love it.
Nice job, guys. Works beautiful. We spoke a little bit before about this being a weather-resistant sill with that interior stop flushing out to the screen, and ultimately you want it flushed out to the interior floor. So I've actually got a piece of flooring here. We just want to lay that down and butt it up to kind of show you how it really minimizes the transition from the inside to the outside. So it's nice and flush. It's a minimal step down to your deck. It also gives you the weather performance that you want in a wall system.
Right.
Okay. There are other sill options that are completely flush that require big overhangs and complete protection from the weather.
Right.
They're a slightly different sill condition, but ultimately it's the same installation method. Good job.
Right on, guys.
Let's do sliding.
I'm always ready.
All right, cool. Sliders.
I know you're ready.
Sliders.